Hello everyone, I'm Henry and I'm gonna analyze game 2 of 2025, 10 minutes rapid. This was a better game for me than the game 1 that I lost. I lost this one too, but on time, so I was flagged. But I had some cool moments that I would like to share with you. So let's use Mr. Stockfish to help us just seeing some things that went on. Okay, so thank you to my opponent, Topkey 18 from Slovenia, if I'm not wrong. That's right. Yeah, Slovakia, not Slovenia. Slovakia, I'm sorry. So thank you for your time. It was a very nice game. And okay, let's start with the review. Okay, so let's see here in the general things. So yeah, the performance of 77.2, I had 79.7. I had 2 great moves. We both had 7 best. I had some 3 more excellent, and so on. He played a 1400 game, I played a 1500 game. So let's start the review. So e4, I played d6, and of course he played d4, and I played c6. So the game started developing some pieces. I had other options than the ones I played, but till now everything is more or less normal. There are some changes. There he comes with the queen, threatening my b7 pawn. So I attack this queen with c6. He went back. I develop my knight. I think when people make this h3 move, it's to prevent my knight to go to g4. Okay, so everything normal here. Okay, developing, he castles, I bring my knight, and then I start to try to exchange. So he brings the bishop, and I take his light square bishop, he takes with the pawn, I castle, and now we start to see some action here in the middle of the board. Okay, so with this move I was trying to attack his bishop, but of course I calculated wrong. So we'll see now how wrong was I. Well, this is the bad move, okay? This is a blunder, okay? This is where the move before this knight was not so bad, but here it was, because I'm gonna lose a pawn, and you'll see why, because now I have to take with my queen, and then he will take this pawn that it's not defended if the queen moves. So that's exactly what didn't happen. Okay, let me just, because I had an idea. Okay, so here, okay, I took with the pawn. Okay, okay, but now he takes the pawn, I go, okay, it was the other way around, and now he takes my pawn with his knight. Okay, this is where I lost the pawn, so he's 1 pawn up. I didn't remember exactly these moves, so it's nice to make this review and remember what I did. So with this move I'm trying to gain some space. I'm defended by the queen. I am attacking this pawn with the knight and the queen, and there is only one defender, it is the queen, so trying to take my pawn back. He attacked with the knight. Okay, and when I made this move I thought this was a very bad move. Why? Because now I'm pinned. I don't know, this is not a pin, maybe it's a skewer. I don't know if there is a name for this, honestly, when it's... So why I thought it was a bad move? Because he can come here with check, and then he takes my queen. But then I saw, okay, if he goes there, I can take with the queen, and I am already threatening the other knight, and I'm defending my knight. Okay, so this was... At first I thought it was bad, and I thought, okay, maybe I should play this one to d5. Okay, I didn't saw taking the pawn on d3, and then if he took with the queen, I would take him, I would threaten his rook, and I would threaten to take this pawn. So that was the best move, but I didn't saw it. But when we analyze it, now we see it, now we learn, and that's why I'm making this analysis, and that's why I'm making these videos, so I can speak, listen to myself, and check the errors in real time. Okay, so he took the bishop, I took with the knight, so I'm still here in this situation with his rook, but since I know that if he goes there, he loses the knight, if he goes here, he loses the knight, I can take with the queen, so I was not worried. So he came now we start to have some tactics, and the coolest part of the game for me. So he threatens to take the knight, and I make a fork. Okay, it's not a perfect fork, but it's a nice fork. Why? Because he has to move the queen, and now I take the knight. So I'm almost a piece up, not a piece. I have +2 here. I have +2 because he has 3 pawns and I have just 1. So if you make the math, that's what happens. So he took, of course, and here I tried to find some cool tactics, and that's when I brought the rook. So Mr. Stockfish doesn't like this move, but I was thinking, okay, if he takes my queen, I take his queen, and I am defending my knight, and I'm not going to lose my knight, so I still keep the advantage. This was in my head. So he came to attack my knight, and I saw this move, and I thought, okay, so this is great, I can take a pawn. He has to move his rook, otherwise I'll take the rook. So if he comes to take the knight, I'll take that rook, and then if he takes that rook, well, we'll see what I'll do. Hope chess. Sometimes it's all we have as beginners starting chess 6 months ago. So he came, and here I thought I saw a very good move. So yes, Mr. Stockfish thinks he's the best too, and I think this was a great move. If this rook was not here, it was amazing, but it is. So then I am very low on time, as you can see. I have 0:51. He still has 2 minutes 44. And he goes. This was not a very good move, but I was just thinking, well, let me try to not lose my knight. Maybe I should have moved the knight here. I don't know exactly where, but yeah, this was not very good. Maybe here. Yeah, I think this was a good move, because even if he took with the rook, I took with the other rook, and it was fine, but I didn't saw it. So I played this rook. Of course, he has more pieces attacking the e6 square, so he went for the trade. I trade 2, he trade 2, I trade, we all trade, we are equal in material, but well, I'm very low on time, so this is where I flag. I think if I had time, I could win this game, or at least draw, for sure, because I have here my pawns in a very, let me see if I can find. Okay, with the right. Okay, so I have this 3-pawn structure here against one pawn and another pawn there on A file and D file. So I think I could won this game, maybe. I don't know, but at least a draw. I don't like to draw, honestly. Sometimes I prefer to risk everything and try to win the game and lose it than draw. But well, draw is also part of the game. So I learned here that I can find better moves now that I could 6 months ago when I started playing. And I learned that I can't waste so much time or have such a big difference because my opponent still has 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. So I learned I need to manage better my time. Okay, so this was game 2 of 2025 and I'll see you in the next video.